So good evening, very late evening. Just did a watch along, so thank you very much to everybody who took part in that watch along. Before we get into talking about two different players, one in, one out, that I want to speak about, make sure you follow my Insta League Gunner 82 and make sure you follow me on the Flick application. 5 out of 5 for me tonight on Predictor with the Chelsea game. So make sure you go and check that out. I'll be giving away prizes every month on the top person who finishes on the Predictor every month. A t-shirt is being given away to one lucky person at the end of this week. So make sure you go and follow me on that. Also, if we hit 1,500 followers, we're on about 1,340, something like that. If we hit 1,500 by midday tomorrow, I'll make 5 new moderators randomly selected. I'll pick 5 of you. And my player ratings and starting 11 streams or videos will be dictated by your input on the polls on that application. So make sure you go and check that out. I'll still be giving mine alongside that, of course, but make sure you do go and check that out because it is a really cool app. I can't lie, it's sick. So do go and check it out. I'd appreciate it. But Chelsea have just won. They won 3-1. They didn't look great, if I'm honest. But when you've got so many good players, eventually you pull something out of the bag. And Reece James, if you haven't seen Reece James's goal tonight, oh my God. Anyway, let's get into talking about this young man whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce. Runar, I am going to pronounce it, Runar Alex Runarsson. He is a young goalkeeper that apparently Arsenal are about to sign for about €1.5 million. He's 25 years old. He's Icelandic. We spoke kind of briefly about him the other night. But Arsenal are about to give this guy a 5-year contract. Like, wow, really? 5 years? I know he's not going to be on a massive amount of money, but that's a long contract to give somebody who can barely smash it in the league that he's in right now, which is kind of crazy. He's in Ligue 1. He's playing for Dijon FCO. His dad used to be an Icelandic midfielder, funny enough, with more than 100 caps. I only found this out earlier today. But he is a goalkeeper. He's not the greatest of goalkeepers. And I'll be honest, it's kind of underwhelming. Obviously, we've had to sell Emi Martinez, which, as it stands, there's loads of rumours going around that it's not a done deal yet, even though he signed or agreed the contract. Everyone's saying, oh, it's not done. He still wants to stay. He loves Arsenal. Let's just best believe it's done. It's done. It's not £20 million. It's £16 million, rising to £20 million with add-ons over the length of the contract. Runarsson is going to come in for €1.5 million, and he's probably going to be on about $4-5 grand a week. Let's be real, it's going to be peanuts. But I'm shocked that they're giving him a 5-year deal. That's a long contract for somebody that is not going to play a Premier League game. But there we go. Let's move on to this chap. We spoke about him earlier, and there was a fee agreed with Torino. This is how quick football changes, because there's now a lot of journalists, and I mean a lot of journalists, doing the rounds with Arsenal looking to potentially loan him out. And Fiorentina are back in the mix. And Torino as well. Like I said, Torino had agreed a deal, according to trusted sources earlier, saying that he'd agreed a deal. But as it stands right now, there's a guy who works for The Guardian called Ed Aarons. He tagged Fabrizio Romano in this. I'm going to click on it in a second. Arsenal consider loaning Lucas Torreira to Torino or Fiorentina, and he's tagged Fabrizio Romano on the tweet. Fabrizio retweeted it. So there's obviously some level of truth to that. Otherwise, I can't imagine that Fabrizio guy would be sitting there retweeting that. I don't really get that. I don't understand it. But he's available for around 20 odd million quid, 24 million euros. But if we're going to loan him, how does that in any way, shape or form help us going forward? I genuinely don't understand how that helps us going forward. I don't get it. I genuinely don't. The fact and reality is we're being led the merry dance by this Edu character, the former Invincible, and we're being led a merry dance by the board of directors and even the owner. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, we're sitting here with less than 3 weeks to go. We know Aubameyang signed the contract. We know that's done. This club are taking liberties, in my opinion, and they're holding back on announcing that deal because it's covering Edu's backside. Edu's done nothing in 8 weeks apart from sign Gabriel and William. Whoopee, well done. You're on £2 million a year, mate. What are you actually doing as technical director? I don't blame Arteta. There's nothing he can do about it. It's not down to him to sign the players. It's down to Edu and the powers that be. And we've signed Willian on a free. Danny Ceballos not counting. He was here anyway. He just went back on holiday and come back. And we signed a kid for 22 million quid who scored in his debut, by the way. It's a good signing so far. But what has Edu actually done? He hasn't got rid of anybody. And, well, Martinez, potentially, but even that's not official yet. And we haven't announced Aubameyang. And we haven't signed anyone of any note. So with less than 3 weeks to go, it's 20 days tomorrow, or as it hits midnight tonight, it's then 20 days until this window shuts. So less than 3 weeks. We've got a lot of work to get done, and we're not anywhere near. And like I said, football changes very quickly. I get that. Lucas Torreira, 8 hours ago, was a done deal to Torino. All of a sudden, Fiorentina are back in the mix, and now apparently it could be a loan with a bigger fee at the end of it. So just get it done, man. How hard is it? Just agree something, everyone agree, and just move on, and let's move forward this season. Let's get the targets, because we're going to get to a point where it's, oh, we tried, and then what they'll do is they'll drop the Aubameyang news, and everyone will forget that we didn't get Aouar, and we didn't get Partey, and we didn't get anyone else. So I'm kind of disappointed right now. Who knows? End of this window, I might be saying, I would say be excited. I doubt it, but you never know. We'll see what happens. This banter club has given me some good times when I've least expected it. So we'll see what happens. But listen, thanks very much to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Stick a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Follow my Insta, LeeGunner82, and make sure you follow me on the Flick application. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on that this season, a lot of giveaways, a lot of interactive content where you decide certain shows, etc., etc. So make sure you check it out. I'll be back about lunchtime tomorrow. You never know. They might actually announce Aubameyang tomorrow. Doubt it, though. Night. Laters, peeps.